Hello, I'm Azai. Welcome back to 99, Chapter 3. So as you can see, we actually don't have anyone here on the title screen. There's actually no drop like a 1, 2, 3 square thing where you can kinda go back to the original like timeline or branch for some reason. Usually, even if you go towards the bad ending, you'd have that, but I'm guessing because we technically are still in the same Kakeru, that's why there's no branches like that. But it's kind of interesting that Haruka is not in the title screen anymore. So yeah, quite quite the difference in title screen. I don't know why they did this. But yeah, as per usual, I just came back from the gym and it is so nice for me to be able to say I am back on track with my schedule. Whew. Took 5 weeks along with also going to the gym while I was in Malaysia. But yeah, I can safely say I can have 2 days of break when I'm not having to go to the gym. So I can go to my sister's house, I can sleep over, I can, yeah, overall just have it a more enjoyable, not an enjoyable, but a more relaxing time. Like, it's always enjoyable for me when I go to the gym, it's just very difficult for me to do 6 times a week, right, rather than 5 times. Because that extra day, when you're exercising, it might not seem much, but when you're exercising, it's taking a lot out of you from your body. But okay, enough about that. Let's actually talk about the last episode recap. Sorry, I had to cough there. So in the last episode, let me just load real quick. So in the last episode, we actually went into a super bad ending branch where Iris destroyed, or not destroyed, well, technically she did. She petrified all of our teammates and then destroyed them. She got the evil eye by, you know, making us kill Yoichi and also Ginsan. I already knew the fact that the ambrosia was not really safe because we know for a fact that Sophie was saying about how the ambrosia in their world was stronger, right? Or, you know, the ambrosia was not meant for people in this world. The ambrosia was meant for people in their world, and she had to manufacture a weaker version of the ambrosia for people in this world. I don't know at that point whether or not she was saying the truth or not, right? But now that we know for a fact that this girl gave us poison. Not even a real ambrosia, that was legit just poison. Because Yoichi and Ginsan wouldn't have coughed up blood if they only drank the normal ambrosia. So after that, of course, she got the evil eye. She got 2 halves of the evil eye, and then she got like super powered. I still don't know why she's so super powerful. Like, why did she even have still the half of the evil eye in the first place, right? That doesn't make sense to me. Sophie said she was able to annul a lot of the artifacts that was with Iris, but why didn't she annul the artifact of the evil eye from Iris? So a lot of the like story is still question marks in my head. Like, it's an interesting story, it's just when you think about it, there's definitely a lot of things that are way too convenient to be true, right? I'm the type of person that really tries to look for plot holes, that tries to logically or rationally try to think about why the hell a certain thing is happening. So while the story itself is interesting and at least now everything is going really tense, there are a couple of questions that aren't answered about why they didn't do certain stuff and whatnot. And I feel like if they don't explain that, then yeah, that's definitely a plot hole. But yeah, we activated our ability at last, and this time we actually got our memories from that branch. We talked to Sophie, And while I don't 100% trust Sophie, she is definitely someone who's a bit more trustworthy. I really like someone who tells you straight up when you're being dumb. Like, Sophie has always done that from the very beginning, right? Sure, it might not be a very nice, like, personality trope, but I feel like people who tell you things straight up are always going to be a lot more trustworthy than just people who try to sugarcoat what they're saying. But yeah, she's also still withholding quite a lot of information from us. So we'll have to see whether or not we 100% trust her. I don't trust her 100%, but Kakeru might be. Kakeru might have, I mean. But yeah, this is after we talked to Sophie about the whole branch and stuff, and we're trying to devise a plan about how to how to destroy Iris, in fact, or technically the evil eye. But yeah, let us continue and let's see what's going to happen. I think I said this too in the last episode, but this game's story is a combination of a lot of popular like anime or visual novels, right? I can see why people would like this, but I was talking to my friend about it and it does seem like it's lacking in originality, right? There's nothing wrong with that, of course, as long as it's its own thing and not try to masquerade itself as another work. I'm still okay with it. I originally intended to change our plans for today and have everyone meet up in my room instead. Except, I think back on what was supposed to happen this afternoon and realized that Kosaka-senpai made some major progress in two ways today. First, we found out her ability also works for people besides herself. And second, she got a bit closer with Noah. Bumping into Ginsan was, well, whatever. But I absolutely shouldn't prevent the other two things from occurring. That's just the feeling I have. Okay, so if this is ReZero, he's kinda still going through with the first branches here. I'm probably gonna make a lot of reference to ReZero because that's probably one of my favorite like stories. I have the light novel actually, but I only got until volume 4, so I haven't really read a lot of the light novel for ReZero. But I know for a fact that the season 3 is airing right now, and I might watch that while it's airing. Something that I never really do anymore for anime. Plus, Iris is probably monitoring my actions. Maybe she already knows that I know, or maybe she doesn't. Either way, it'd be best not to deviate from my original plans too much. If I make a lot of really small changes, I should be able to keep her from noticing. But I decided to keep quiet about Iris' betrayal and trace my memories back to May 3rd as best I can.
2人と3人で綺麗に分かれたね。
じゃあこれで二手に分かれて猫探しするか。
猫？痕跡探しでしょ？
ああ、いや、あくまでも実験だろ。間違っても夜市に会いたくねえし。
痕跡の代わりに猫を探すんだね。
そうそう、それなら危なくないし。いい
と思います。猫。異議なし。
じゃあ早速
行きましょう。
Things got a little hairy there for a sec, but we managed to embark on our cat search. I thought he was gonna go to his house or apartment instead of the 9 ball.
あっちも野良猫とすれ違いまくってるみたいです。
Let me actually read what Kakeru's saying. Originally intended to change our plans for today and everyone meet up. Oh, okay. So he's still going to 9 ball.
よかった。じゃあ他の人にも妄想のお裾分け。この表現違う。聞きますね。
Damn time loops. The experiment goes off without a hitch.
かわいいね。2人は兄弟？どっちもかわいいね。そっか、そうなの。にゃー。
I also get to witness a rather embarrassing side of Noah again.
私たち似てますね。趣味もそうだし、猫好きだし、うちも飼えないんです。そうなの。そうなんです。今度一緒に猫カフェ行きましょう、ゆきさん。猫カフェ。ノアでいい。
The buds of friendship sprout between Senpai and Noah. I wonder what would happen if I were to see the same view, the same things happening again and again every single day. Like, I personally don't really care if it's just about me. Like, I go to the gym, I eat the same food. Like, a lot of the stuff that I do is pretty much routine, right? But if the interactions that I do are the same, I think that would probably drive me a bit crazy. Like, the things that I do alone, I don't really mind. But, yeah. If other people start acting the same way as I do, that's when I think things could be a bit weird.
はるかと呼んでも確かに気は合いそう。あ、はい、よろしく、ノアちゃん。
I catch Senpai, she staggers. Everything is going according to plan. I already know where Yoichi and his group are. There's no need to bump into Ginsan. This is where I switch it up.
すみません。あれ、なんだろう、貧血かな。
俺の部屋に行きましょう。横になって休んでください。
すみません。
ユキ、空と九条に連絡してもらっていいか。俺の部屋に来てくれって。
ええ、わかった。
先輩、行きましょう。
While I support Senpai, we head to my apartment. The thought of telling everyone what's about to happen weighs heavily on me. At any rate, today's main act is just about to begin.
ただいま。
So how are we gonna approach this Kakeru? We've already thought about destroying the world's eye, but how are we going to do that? How are we going to ensnare Iris into our vicinity?
お邪魔します。
Shortly after we arrive, Sora and the others come to my room. I'll tell everyone when Senpai wakes up. For now, I have everyone make themselves at home.
先輩ダウンしちゃったなら、今日は解散の方が良かったんじゃない？そんなに大事な話？
ああ、めちゃくちゃ。
だったら最初にすればよかったのに。
できる限り今日の予定を変えたくなかったんだよ。
なんで？
それも含めて後で話す。
もしかしてまた力が。
ああ、これから先何が起こるのか分かった。
なるほど。様子が少しおかしいと思っていたけれど、そういうことだったのね。
え、おかしかった？
うん、微妙に。きっといい知らせではないんでしょうね。
まあ、先輩が起きたら全部話すから。
Senpai slowly gets up from the bed. Maybe I should just call like Haruka like Senpai instead of like Kosaka, because sometimes I keep switching between Kosaka and Haruka. I'm just gonna call her Senpai, just like what Kakeru is doing. Maybe it's because I changed what I did originally, but she wakes up much earlier than the first time.
私も大丈夫ですので。
I'm guessing she was actually a lot more relaxed at the park because, you know, she was probably sleeping next to our shoulder or something.
無理せず、もう少し休んでいた方が。彼の様子を見るに、その余裕もあまりなさそう。大丈夫なのよね、はるか。はい、大丈夫。
This might not be good. Though Senpai still looks rather pale, she nods affirmatively, then gets off the bed and sits by the table. Everyone's gaze is all focused on me as I sit by the wall.
じゃあナインボールで話した言葉一回忘れてくれ。
Sora tilts her head, while everyone else looks just as puzzled. No one is prepared for what I tell them. I speak awkwardly, almost rambling. But I tell them everything. That Iris had been tricking us. That because we trusted Iris, I killed Yoichi. That we, or rather, everyone but me, was killed. That I learned about this future thanks to the power of my artifact. That we ought to take the same actions as we had in the branch where we were killed, so that Iris doesn't suspect us. You know, where is Kakeru's artifact? That is the question, right? We also don't know where the hell our artifact is. And the things that we should do from here on out. How the hell did we even get this so-called, like, legendary artifact that was not supposed to be even known in the other world? By the time I finish, the sky has already turned red from the setting sun. A shadow hangs over the room, and over the faces of everyone in it. We're all shaken to the core. Senpai stares at the table with hollow eyes. Sora doesn't have the composure to even crack a joke. Kujo tries to act brave, but the tension in her eyes and her lips give away her emotions. No one can accept their impending deaths. The only one who isn't unnerved is Noah.
かつてこの町を救った神が千年の時を経て最悪をもたらすか。
She's probably unnerved too. She's just putting off a brave front.
ああ、アーティファクト回収のために手当たり次第石にすると。最悪、白蜜川が壊滅する。
We still need to know the backstory of Iris, man. What made her become like crazy about artifacts and want to ingest all the artifacts into herself? What made her like turn into this sort of god entity thing that just wants to be omnipotent?
壊滅ニーニ監視されてるから行動を変えないようにしてたんでしょ。バレないように。
ああ、だな。
じゃあペラペラ話しちゃっていいの？
行動を変えなかったのはぶっちゃけ気休めだな。正直もうバレてると思ってはいる。ソフィーもそう言ってた。
That's fair.
仮にバレていなかったとしても、タイムリミットは明日の夜だな。その段階で絶対にバレる。今この枝で魔眼を手に入れられていないから。
それで満足してくれないかな。
What do you mean?
他の枝で手に入れられたならそれで目的は達成できているわけでしょ。
Of course not. What are you talking about, Kujo?
だったらこの枝では手に入れられなくても問題ないんじゃないかって
Huh?
思ったんだけど。
Is she trying to say that, you know, as long as one branch of her gets the artifact, all the other branches don't matter? I don't think that's how, you know, like parallel worlds work, right? Like, say you have two person, right? Let's say you have two separate beings that branches when you eat like something you like and then something you dislike. Before the branch, you're gonna still want to eat something you like, even though on the branch that you eat something you don't like, you're eating it. But that's because you're forced to do so, right? You're not doing it of your own free will. Like, come on.
平行世界を自由に行き来してるなら確かにそうですね。見逃してくれないかな。
自由に行き来。観測っていうのはそう捉えてもいいものか。
Well, I don't know. I don't really observe the branches, right? But if I were to be just one singular entity, I would, like, my personality and my wants, my desires won't change even though I know in a different branch I'm eating something good. Because I'm the one, like the one that's experiencing the experience right now isn't experiencing it, right?
だとしても野放しにはできない。悪が欲する力がこの世界に存在する。それは間違いないのだから。あ、そうですね。ごめんなさい。考えが浅かった。
No, I don't think you were being naive. You were being idiotic. Ujo hangs her head and bites her lip. That is like one of the most nonsensical like arguments that she'd ever, you know, try to bring up. I'm like, what? The way she's speaking and acting right now is so unlike her. That must be just how disheartened she is from hearing about what the near future holds.
それでどうするの？
世界の目を破壊する。それでイーリスと先生とのリンクを一時的に切れる。
一時的？
アーティファクトには自己修復機能があるらしい。だから放っておくと復活する。
ダメじゃん。
復活するまでに本物の霊薬を先生に使う。それで世界の目と完全に切り離せる。
九条さんの力を使うのは？
ダメだってさ。最悪力が暴走して先生が危ないらしい。
じゃあ私火事の時とても危険なことを。
かもしれないが確定でもない。安全策で行きたいってだけだ。あんまり気に病まないようにな。
She still doesn't know she killed that guy by taking the artifact.
でだ。いつどうやって破壊するかだが。
世界の目、神器だよね、神社の。
At this point, shouldn't we actually try to make Yoichi come together with us? Like, you know, bring him together with our team?
ああ。
But then again, we don't know. We don't know why Yoichi is teaming up with Iris.
蔵の中だよね、しまってあるの。
そのはず。成瀬のおじいちゃんにさりげなく聞いてみようと思ったんだが、部活に動けなくてな。
I thought that artifacts always come to the one who is its user. I don't know, man. See, this is one of those things where I'm like, huh, I thought that artifacts is supposed to come to yourself or to your person. Why is this specific artifact not in Satsuki's possession but in some other place?
仮に蔵にあるとしてどうやって破壊するの？
忍び込むしかないな。
平たく言うと泥棒ですか？
そうなる。
泥棒。
Noah's expression contorts in disgust. To Noah, the very thought of committing a crime is even more repulsive than her own death. She feels so strongly about it that she's openly expressing her disdain.
抵抗があるみたいだが、悪いけど気遣っている余裕がない。
世界を守るためとはいえ。いえ、進めて。私のことは無視してくれていい。
わかった。
忍び込むにしてもどうやって？あ、すごい言いにくそうな顔してるけど、わかった。ついに私の力が役立つ時が来ましたか。
させたくないんだけどな。確実にって考えると。
任せとけい。完璧な隠密で神器を盗み出してやるぜ。
悪い。
いや、私も死にたくないしね。ニーニに言われなくてもやらせてって言ってたよ。
I was looking at the VNDB of this game, by the way, and there's actually a patch where they where they replace everything that has broski in the English translation. I'm like, damn. I guess people really dislike when they see this word. I mean, I also don't really like the term broski, but as long as she's actually not saying that in my ears, like, you know, it's not like this game is dubbed. I don't care too much, but I guess some people are actually repulsed by the fact that there's this word. Really funny to me.
で、いつやんの？ タイムリミット明日なんだよね。
できれば今夜だな。みんなが寝静まった頃。
さつきちゃん夜更かししてるイメージあるな。1時とか2時がいいかな、深夜の。
だな。
じゃあ今日泊まっていきます。
わかった。でだ、時間が時間だし言いにくいんだが。
もちろん私も行く。見て見ぬふりが楽なのでしょうけれど、それだけはしたくない。私も一緒に行く。
助かる。イーリスが待ち構えている可能性もあるからな。
先輩は？
Why is she not saying anything here?
先輩？
Senpai has remained quiet the whole time, but now she finally raises her head. She seems unnerved by everything that we've been talking about, and I don't think she's fully recovered from her fainting spell earlier. Senpai looks pale.
先輩は休んでもらった方がいいかな。
Is she gonna say that everything that happened in the other branch is because of her delusions?
だな。空がうまくやってくれれば何事もなく終わるし。
おう、任せとけい。いえ、行きます。行かせてください。一緒に。
わかりました。ただ、あれだよな。水を差すようだけど、許可取らないとダメだよな、親に。
このまま泊まってくことにしちゃえば？一回帰るのも面倒だし。
I don't think we have the space though, Sora.
そうだね。お友達の家に泊まるって電話しておこうかな。ミミくんいい？
俺はいいけど、俺のことは言わない方がいいよな。
男の部屋とか行ったら許さんってなるよね、普通は。そうだね。どう伝えようかな。おのおのうまく話せばいい。こういう時に面倒ね。親に庇護された学生という身分は。
And you're saying your parents are gonna be okay with you staying over at a boy's place?
うちは正直に話してもむしろ喜ぶと思うんですが。喜ぶのかよ、逆にいいのかよそれ。マッチすぎて心配かけてるので。あ、いえ、伝えます、うまく。
Senpai is jittery as she takes her smartphone out of her bag. Fujo and Noah start tapping away at theirs too.
お前はいいのか？
もう伝えてありますので。
は？
ミーヤンの部屋に集合って言われた時点で泊まってく気満々だったので。
ずうずうしいなお前。まあいいけど。
いやーね、知り合いの家とはいえ盗みに入ることになるだね。
話題変えるの下手くそだなお前。
うっさい。ちょっと緊張してますよ、私。柄にもなく。
まあ結城があんな反応するのもわかる。完全に犯罪だからな。
まず蔵の鍵のありかを探すところからでしょ。
大丈夫、知ってる。事務所じゃなくて社務所って言うんだっけ？そこだ。フェスの時から変えてなければ。
厳重でしょ、やっぱ。
まあな。まずそこまで行けるかって話だが。
鍵かかってるよね、当然。
だな。
ピャって瞬間移動できたら余裕なのにね。ピャピャって入ってピャって逃げて。
確かに瞬間移動できれば。
Yeah, I do think we're probably gonna have to do another loop here and have, Kakeru, negotiate with Ginsan and Yoichi.
瞬間移動。
瞬間移動ね。いますね。いましたね、できる人。
よいちか。
あと司令官とゴーストも。
I brush back my hair from my forehead and heave a deep sigh. If we can get them to help us, it'd be a huge boost to our capabilities. The thing is, would they want to help us? They are helping Iris for some weird reason that we don't know why.
メッセージを送ってみるか。
マジかよ。
ダメ元だ。
I mean, that's true. Is Kakeru actually gonna message Yoichi and tell him about everything? Even Yoichi would probably respond back to Kakeru if he did. I get up and grab the smartphone lying by my pillow. I hesitate. Sealing myself, I type out a message to Yoichi. I put into words the situation we found ourselves in. I keep it short and to the point, but also make sure I'm being as thorough and accurate as possible. Also about the fact that you killed him, man. That about does it. Sen. Even after a short while, I still haven't gotten a read receipt. I'll just have to hope they read it.
許可もらえたよ。
私も問題ない。
私もです。大丈夫でした。
Looks like everyone's done with their calls. Now we can all... Is it really the right choice to have everyone go though? The artifact hasn't shown me any future in which we succeed.
お泊まり会はいいんだけど、まだまだ時間あんね。
ああ、まあな。相当時間あるな。
パーティーしましょう。パーティー。
は？パーティー？
四季紅葉のためにっていうか、なんかしてないと落ち着かない。
そうだな。パーティーか。
やりましょう。最悪の結末にとらわれて暗く沈むよりはよほどいい。
だな。なんかうまいもん食うか。ピザとか。
お、いいね。豪勢だね。台所を借りてもいい？せっかくだし何か作りたいなって。いいね。みやこ先輩の手料理久しぶり。そうだね。この前作ったのいつだったっけ？
Probably 2 weeks ago.
この前ここでよく料理作ってるんですか？いえ、まだ1回だけなんですけど、お世話になってるお礼に作らせてもらったんです。
お世話なんて別にしてないけどな。
私が勝手にそう思ってるだけだから、勝手にお礼させてください。それじゃあ買い出し行ってくるね。私も行きます。お財布役で、あとお菓子とか飲み物とか適当に買いましょう。
暇だし、私も行く。
おーい。ニーニは留守番で。
俺も一緒に行くつもりだったんだけど。
女子で行くから女子で。ニーニはピザ頼んどいて。
はいはい。
じゃあ高坂先輩も。で、先輩は休んでた方がいいですね。疲れてるし。行きたいです。じゃあ一緒に。ニーニー、ピザお願いね。
へいへい。適当でいいよな、種類。
行ってきます。行ってきます。行ってきます。
留守は頼んだわよ。
いや、留守って俺んちだからな。行ってらっしゃい。
After I see the 4 girls off, I sit down and boot up my PC. I navigate to the pizza place's website and check out their menu. What's good here? Isn't it usually cheaper to have an app on your phone? It was kinda surprising that Senpai chose to go with them. True. Sora probably made me stay home so it'd just be me and Senpai. I suppose it's her way of being considerate. Or something. Going out to pick up groceries, choosing what pizzas to get delivered, wondering about what girls are thinking. For a group of students on the brink of dying, we're all awfully easygoing. No, I suppose being close to death is all the more reason to be. Fear is trying to root itself in the depths of our hearts. And for us to win against it, we have to carry on like normal. I don't know, if I really am fearful of dying, I wonder what I would do myself. Maybe I would just try to spend the rest of my time in peace or something. We've got to keep living just as we always have. That's probably the key. We need to believe that our lives will continue on. Will I be someone that would try to, you know, like change fate if I already know that I'm gonna die in like, say, X years, X amount of years? Well, if it's X amount of years, I probably would, but if someone were to to tell me that you're gonna die tomorrow, I'm gonna be like, huh, what the fuck? I probably won't believe them. But if it's something a lot more believable in like 3 months, let's say I have a chronic disease or something, I wonder how I would react. Would I try to change something about my life? Would I try to persevere? I don't know. It's gotta be a believable time span. On to tomorrow and whatever comes after that. It's been about 40 minutes or so since they left. Just as the sky turns totally dark, Senpai and Noah return to my place ahead of the others. They plop down a bag filled with an assortment of snacks and drinks.
空と九条は？
肉が高かったと。
え？肉？
別のお店の方が安いかもって。
だから私たちだけ先に帰ってきた。
ああ、節約。
I was waiting for him to say anything about Kujo, but nothing.
彼女っていつもああなの？
倹約家なんだよ。
意外ね。コロナグループの令嬢なのに。いい
お嫁さんになりそう
かも。
ミミさんは九条さんみたいな。
ん？
いえ、トイレ借りても。
ああ、いいですよ。どうぞ。
ありがとうございます。
Senpai exits the living room and Noah sits down right across me.
ピザは？
あと15分くらいじゃねえかな。さっき頼んだばっか。早すぎると冷めるし。
But always just microwave it, Kakeru.
そう。帰り道。
ん？
はるかに相談をされた。
何を？ってそれは聞いちゃダメか。
詳しく話すつもりはないけれど、はるかは使い物にならないかもしれない。
Okay.
え？
怯えている自分の力に。
自分の？どうして？
いえ、聞かなかったことにして。少しおせっかいが過ぎた。ただ失敗が許されないミッションならはるかは外すべきだと思う。
本人がそう言ってたのか？
いいえ。
だったら言われた通り聞かなかったことにする。
そう。
不満か？
同意していたら見損なっていた。
Why? You suggested it.
試したのかよ。
そう。どうかしら。
So confusing, man. I don't understand these people. Noah chuckles nonchalantly. Normally, I would have given up on trying to deal with her and just awkwardly laughed back, but...
何？
どっちが素なの？
は？
猫と喋ってた時と。
あれは忘れて。
そんな恥ずかしがらなくていいのに。俺だって犬とか猫と遊んでる時はちょっとキモいぞ。
気持ち悪かった。
I think Kimo is like disgusting actually, not just weird.
いや、俺の場合な。勇気は、なんだろう。微笑ましかった。
Oh hoy, is that really adorable? I don't know.
ほほい。あれは一時の気の迷い。死に赴く戦士には必要のない感情。
だから無理して格好つけなくても。
無理なんてしていない。
にゃーん。
性格悪いわね、あなた。
I'm guessing this is the like precursor to why we probably want to see more of Noah's personality in the next game. They're trying to give her some spotlight here. Though, to be honest, I'm not gonna lie, guys. Other than Sora, I feel like most of the other heroines aren't as interesting anymore. I feel like I'm pretty satisfied with Sora being the main heroine. Everyone else kind of pales in comparison, sad to say.
どうしたんですか？
Right as Noah raises her voice, Senpai comes back. She timidly walks over and sits down beside Noah.
いや、今話してたんですよ。猫カフェ行く約束、もうしたのかって。
あ、いえ、まだ。いつ行きますか？
そうね。すべてが終わったその時に。
はい。じゃあ全部終わったら。今のフラグっぽいですね。
この戦争終わったら結婚するんだ。的な？
今のなしで、今は約束はなしで。
私は気にしないけれど。
いえ、縁起が悪いので、そういうのを避けたいので。
そう、わかった。
はい。ポジティブに行きたいので、ポジティブに。ただいま。ただいま。
お、帰ってきた。おかえり。
ただいま。ごめんね、遅くなっちゃった。もうね、みゃーこ先輩主婦。周辺の安い店把握してる。完全に主婦。ごめんね、付き合わせちゃって。高坂先輩も結城先輩もすみません。荷物持ってもらっちゃって。
そのために同行したのだから気にしないで。
何か手伝えることありますか？ありがとうございます。大丈夫です。そんなに凝ったもの作るつもりはないので。何も聞かずについていっちゃったけど、何作るんです？サラダと、あとハーブチキンとポテト。おいしそう。でもめっちゃ手間かかりそう。レンジでパパッと作っちゃうから簡単簡単。台所お借りします。はーい。あれ、ピザは？
まだ。
まだ頼んでないの？
頼んだ。もうすぐ来る。
準備しなきゃ。紙コップとお皿も買ったから、あと割り箸も。どの袋だろう。あ、こっちです。私やります。
私は飲み物は？
私は。おい、ニーニ、何ふんぞり返ってんだよ。あなたも働きなさいよ。
俺はピザを受け取る係だからな。今は動けない。
うずかよこいつ。
誰かはお茶？
あ、はい。お茶でお願いします。私コーラ。
What? How the hell does Noah know where everything is? Or did they actually bought everything, like the soda and also the tea?
おい、来たぞ。池くず。
Yeah, you think it's the pizza, Sora, but it might actually be Yoichi or Iris.
うるせえよ、クズって言うな。
I know these tropes.
大丈夫。私出ます。
悪い。お金玄関に置いてあるから。
はーい。唯一の仕事もなくなったわけだが。
割り箸を配るのは任せろ。
もうやっちゃいました。
やることねえわ。
クズか。
うるせえよ。
はーい。ピザ届きましたよ。
It's really just pizzas? Damn it!
いい匂い。できるのまだちょっと時間かかりそうだから、先に食べててね。
いえ、せっかくだし待ちましょう。
だな。みんな揃ってから食べよう。
急いで作るね。L サイズ2枚とか食べきれ。あれ、高坂先輩どうしたんですか？
気分が悪いの？
いえ、こんな大勢でパーティーとか初めてで。ああ、感極まっていいのよ。嬉し泣きしてもいいのよ。なんでついた？気持ち悪いの？本当は気持ち悪いの？いえ、私なんかがこんな楽しげな場所にいるなんてと緊張して。
気持ちはわかる。
わかるのかよ。
私たちのような陰の者はパーティーと聞くと無条件で身構えるのよ。
陰のもので陰キャか。いや私もそっち側だけど。
じゃあ照明を落として無言で食らうか。
Why? That's just stupid.
それ何の儀式だよ。怖いよ。やだよ。
ろうそくつけてみんなで囲んだら黒魔術の儀式みたいでいいわね。
よくねえよ。いやちょっと楽しそうだけど。
お先にサラダどうぞ。わお、おしゃれ、おいしそう。
Salad is super easy to make, guys. You literally just like cut every vegetable and just put some dressing and then that's it.
チキンはもう少々お待ちください。私サラダ取り分けます。
あざーす。
トマト。苦手ですか？
Tomatoes are delicious.
プラーナが濁る。
プラえ
それは良くないですね。そう、良くないの。
すごいなこの二人。完全に通じ合ってる。まるで私とニーニのように。わ、嘘でしょ。そんな嫌そうな顔する？普通する？
はーい、お待たせ。熱いうちにどうぞ。きたー、パーティーだ。ろうそく。
本気だったのかよ。しないよ。しませんよ。
これ九条のコップと皿、あと箸。
ありがとう。
That was some fast chicken. Did he already like... Did they just buy some rotisserie chicken?
それじゃあいただきましょう。いただきます。
いただきまーす。
Are they gonna show the food? Everyone crowds around the table, signaling the start of our little banquet. This is the first time I've had such a lively meal in this room. I wonder if it's really alright to be doing this, and feel a pang of guilt somewhere deep down inside. Even so, at least for now, I avert my eyes from the gravity of the situation that is to befall us in a few hours. Just for a short while, I want us to be able to forget all of our problems and simply enjoy ourselves. Probably not a good idea when the problem is so close to you. So Yoichi never came, huh? He might still come, we'll see, but he probably doesn't even know where to go unless Kakeru says it's in the shrine. The day is over. We're supposed to leave my apartment together at 1 in the morning. After making sure that all the lights in Miss Narse's house have gone off, we'll begin the operation. If Senpai has managed to get her power working right, then they'll have forgotten to lock up. That'll make getting into the shrine office and snatching the key a piece of cake. As long as we get a hold of the key, everything will be smooth sailing. We'll get to the world's eye and destroy it. By doing so, we can put a stop to Iris's plans. We can avoid a future where everyone dies. We've had plenty to eat and drink, built up our energy, and gone over the plan over and over. By the time the clock strikes 1, we're all raring to go. Or at least we should have been. If our wild partying earlier hadn't made us all fall fast asleep. Our plan to save ourselves, our town, and the fate of the world has all come crashing down for the dumbest reason ever. Wait, are you serious? As if. It's currently 2:30 in the morning. I guess Kakeru was trying to, you know, psych himself up. We're all on our way to the shrine. For the record, all's gone according to plan so far. We didn't oversleep or anything. The plan that we discussed earlier was a ruse. We came up with the real plan in our group chat. Even if Iris probably doesn't go so far as to read everything we type on our phones. Wait, what? Even Iris probably doesn't go so far. Even Iris probably wouldn't go so far. Why is it doesn't go? That's so weird. Ew. God. Don't do this. That's so weird. I don't know whether or not this is right, but I don't think that's right. After seeing everyone fall asleep, she just might have given up on us and let her guard down. At least, that's what we're hoping. Although I doubt everything will go according to plan, we wanted to do everything we possibly could to raise our chances of success. I can't help thinking that we should have been utilizing our phones to develop an alternative strategy from the start, instead of scrambling at the last minute though. It's a little frustrating that I was too foolish to think of this until Noah suggested it. In any case, we've already come this far. All that's left is to pull it off. After getting confirmation from Sophie that Miss Narsa had fallen asleep, we stopped pretending to sleep ourselves and head to the shrine. How does even the World's Eye work? Is it only monitoring what you guys are doing? That can't possibly be it. Because when Sophie's using it, she knows about the whole discussion that we have with Iris. There's just too many questions that we don't know about how things work, man. That's the reason why a lot of my hypotheses can't become hypotheses. I can't assume anything because we just lack information. Just as we're about to arrive at the shrine, Senpai whispers to me in a low voice.
足手まといになったらすみません。みんな死んじゃったって話が頭にこびりついて離れなくて、私の力、そういうのを現実にしちゃうんです。嬉しいことも嬉しくないことも。だから怖くて、私のせいでみんなが。
Don't worry, Haruka. I mean, even when you weren't wishing for it in the other branch, we still died. So we know for a fact that it couldn't be your fault. She stops in her tracks. Everyone else notices and stops as well. I was wondering why she'd been so quiet. She's terrified of her own power. So this is what Noam was telling me about earlier. Her power works on good thoughts as well as bad thoughts. Succeeding in the experiment with the cats definitely was a necessity. But perhaps I might have gotten the order of things wrong. Or maybe I shouldn't have told her. All I wanted to do was give her a boost in confidence. But instead I planted a negative perception of her powers in her mind. Just as she said, her power might have some sort of influence over what happens. But...
そう思ってるやつ、ここにはいませんよ。
Senpai raises her head. The others also stop and give Senpai words of encouragement.
神に抗う。元より無茶な作戦。失敗したとしても、はるかのせいになるわけがない。
Yup, couldn't have said it better than myself, Noah.
むしろ先輩がいるおかげですよね。
Oh, sorry about that, Kujo.
先輩の力がないと作戦成立しないし。っていうか、やらかすとしたらまず私じゃない？次にミーに。
なんでだよって言いたいが、ぶっちゃけそうだな。いつもフォローしてくれる先輩がいなくなったら、俺絶対やらかしますよ。ってわけで、そばにいてください、先輩。
失礼しました。プレッシャーを感じているのは皆様も同じ。もう揺れません。
Well, I don't think you're like this personality ever second guessed yourself. I still feel like this personality is... What is it? It's a cheat. I feel like they really shouldn't have done this second personality thing. It kinda undermines Haruka's growth. Because when she feels the sort of emotion that these guys are clearly trying to show her, she is using this personality to act out instead of doing it herself, right? I feel like that just makes it that you're not the one that's actually doing the growth here. She switches to her other personality, and a strong will now resides in her eyes.
行きましょう。
はい。
Wonder if Noah's thinking the same thing. No idea. We set foot on the shrine grounds. Taking care not to make any sound, we sneak inside.
明かりついてないね。
ああ、いけそうだな。社務所も誰もいないな。真っ暗だ。
今気づいたけど、私鍵がどれかわかんないよ。
俺に力をかけてくれ。一人で行ってくる。
大丈夫？
一人の方が効果は強いんだよな。
うん。
だったら一人の方がいい。近くにはいてくれ。イーリスと出くわしたらなりふり構わず叫ぶ。
了解。あとははるかの力がうまく効いているかどうかね。
こればかりは断言できませんわね。確かめてみないことには。
体調は？
まだいけますわ。余力は十分です。
了解。あまりプレッシャーはかけたくないけれど、はるかの力が作戦成功の鍵だと私は思っている。
You really did not need to say that at all. She could have just said Roger and then that's it.
祈っていて勝利を。
ええ、承知いたしましたわ。
よし、行くか。完全に窃盗だ。全部終わったら正直に全部話してラルセンのじいちゃんに怒られよ
そうね。けじめはつけなければ。
さつきちゃんにも味方してもらおう。そうしないと完全に頭おかしいやつで終わるよ。そうだね。ただの苦しい言い訳って思われちゃいそう。
終わった後の心配はまだ早いな。じゃあ鍵取りに行ってくる。
お気をつけて。
I nod and start making my way to the office, but first...
ソフィー、
Right after I call her name, the space before me distorts.
先生が寝てるよな。
ええ、ぐっすり寝て。ああ、もう。
Sophie interrupts herself. I have a bad feeling about this.
私が言うのもなんだけれど、本当に嫌な女。
I knew it.
寝室から消えた。警戒しなさい。来るわよ。
あらひどい。
It's Miss Narcis's, Iris's voice. None of us are surprised. We all expected this to happen. I calm myself down and slowly lock eyes with Iris. Are you still in your maiden uniform? I confront her.
驚かせようと思ってこっそり近づいたのにバラすなんてしらけるね。
Iris shrugs. Though she looks like Miss Narcisse, she clearly isn't. I sense hesitation from Sora and Cujo. However, they don't back down. Of course, we hadn't failed to consider the scenario, and as they say, first move wins.
G オーダーアクティブ。
The stigmas on Cujo's left hand and Noah's left eye appear. But we aren't going to fight. We're going to bind and blind her, and get a hold of the world's eye.
せっかちゃん。
The moment the two activate their powers, Iris snaps her fingers. A feeling of immense exhaustion assaults me and forces me down onto my knees. The only ones who manage to remain conscious are Senpai and I. Wow, these guys are useless! Not only Sora, but the two we were relying on as last resorts, Cujo and Noah, also go down. Damn it, seriously?
逃げられないわよ私からは。
What powers does she have? I thought she only has the evil eye. What's going on? Like, this is the question I keep having. Like, why is she so powerful when she's supposedly not having, like, that many artifacts left? What's going on?
この二人やっぱりタフね。あなたの目に狂いはなかったってところかしら。
こんな力まで持っていたなんて。
私ってお尋ね者でしょ。追われるのは嫌いじゃないけれど、いちいちうぞうむぞうを相手にしていられないじゃない。こういう力があると便利で 対抗力の低い子は指を鳴らすだけでぐっすり。その子たちみたい。
Though unstable and gritting her teeth, Noah manages to get back up.
驚いたわ。よく耐えたわね。
あの時私は何もできずリグベーダーに敗れた。二度と同じ鉄は踏まない。生物の力は心の力ならば研ぎ澄ますまで。
Isn't it supposed to be keen edge?
G オーダーアクティブ。
But maybe that's what they were going for there. Her stigma appears on her eye. Noah glares at Iris, who laughs indifferently.
世界に闇をもたらす悪人よ。己が罪と罰、その身に刻みなさい。
This is the first time I've seen Noah go all out. The light from her stigma envelops her body, then converges onto her outstretched right hand
パニッシュメント。
and blasts outward. What is she doing? There's a deafening roar and a flash of blinding light. Iris is swallowed up by a violent torrent of power that's almost like a lightning strike. It's a truly astonishing display of power. Noah wasn't kidding when she said she was strong. Surely, even Iris doesn't stand a chance against a blow like that. Takeru, that's what jobbers say, man. Don't say that, at least so I had hoped. But in the midst of the cloud of dust, there Iris stands.
私の魂へ狙いすました一撃。いいよね、あなた。一回死んじゃったわ。
Man, stop talking out of your ass. Don't do shit like this. Now you're gonna say you have 9 lives like a cat. Don't do shit like this. I hate it when they do this shit. Iris is just standing there like it's nothing. It's as if she wasn't hurt at all. Not even the slightest scratches on her. Noah's attack was no more bothersome than a little mosquito bite to her.
完全に決まったはず。
決まったわよ。けれど届かなかった。
結界。
そう、幾重にも張り巡らせているようね。その一枚を破っただけ。
Thank you. At least that makes a lot more sense than having multiple lives. God! Iris laughs fearlessly. You know, truth be told, with everything that I said was actually turning out to be right, isn't it?
環境設定です。
Like Satsuki being evil, and then Yoichi being evil. God damn it. But here's the thing, I don't feel good about it because those assumptions or those hypotheses are just like gut feelings. It's not like I did any sort of logical rationalization about the reason why they're evil. I don't feel good about it, even though my predictions were right. Satsuki-chan, the teacher who I know so well, wears an expression on her face that fills me with fear more than anything else.
落胆しなくてもいいわよ。一撃で破られるなんて思ってもみなかった。驚いたわ。ほんのちょっぴりだけ。だからご褒美をあげるわ。
ふざけないで。
お返しするわね。
伏せなさい。
I don't think you going between us is gonna do anything there, Sophie. Sophia leaps out and uses her own body to shield Noah, but is sent flying from the impact of Iris's attack. The fragments of Sophie's body scatter and crumble into dust, then disappear.
妖精か。
大丈夫よ。ただの減退だからすぐに戻ってくる。まったく邪魔ばっかり。
イリス。
怖い顔しちゃって。お次はもう終わり？
倒的すぎますわ。まだ本調子ではないはずなのに。
そうね、まだ2割か3割ってところかしら。あなたたちと遊ぶには十分すぎるみたい。
2割これで
遊ぶ十分だって。くそ、そんな力を持っておきながらどうして俺に余市を殺させようとした？
Just like what Sophie said, Kakeru, she just has a bad personality. She wants to see our anguish.
どうしてって。そうね。
Iris makes a show of considering my question and then replies with a wicked grin.
1000年前に思ったのよね。人が争い合うのって楽しいじゃない？家族に恋人、親友、親しい者同士ならなおさら。
No, I can't really relate, Iris, so no thanks. I'm a logical person. Those sort of twisted thoughts don't really get into my head. That bitch. She was just treating us like playthings. Iris wants to repeat what happened 1,000 years ago. Also, she can have a little entertainment while she's retrieving the evil eye.
そうだ、忘れていたわ。
Iris takes something out from her bosom slowly, as if to make a show of it.
あなたたちが探していたのこれよね。
What she holds in her hand is an irregularly shaped orb, about the size of a fist. The world's eye.
これを壊されると困るのよ。だから。
The world's eye melts in the palm of her hand. Then she brings it up to her mouth. In one quick motion, she tilts her head back and... I guess the reason why she didn't drink this in the first place was because she wanted to do this in front of us. Because, you know, like, that was like our last shred of hope. And now that she's actually drank it, it's inside of her body now. Swallows it.
これで安心ね。
Man, if Kakeru were to be like full-blown evil right now, like Iris, you would have been dead. The world's eye is now inside Miss Narase's body, which means there's no way for us to destroy it anymore. So this is why she never absorbed it before. Iris intentionally let us have a slight ray of hope. She gave us that tiny thread of promise, just so that she could cut it herself. Just how far will this monster go to mess with us?
先輩、立てますか？
なんとか。
She's back to her other personality, weird.
空と苦情をお願いします。
Because when she was helping us during the fight with Ginson, she was out of stamina, but she was still in the other personality, wasn't she?
はい。しかし、かける様。
Wait, she's still calling Asama, so this might be her other personality still.
もうやるしかない。ユキ。
当然、まだいける。あなたも下がっていて。
冗談言うなよ。
隠していたの。
Okay, so I guess Sophie gave this artifact to us in before we, you know, or after we talked to her about using Overlord there.
いや、昨日使えるようになったばっかりだ。
A stigma appears on my fists, and flames blaze to life around me. This is the artifact of flames that caused the school fire. I asked Sophie to let me borrow it. If it ever came down to a direct confrontation against Iris, I couldn't leave myself defenseless. With this, I can finally fight.
前衛頼める。
任せろ。
ええ。幾重にも張り巡らされた結界。すべて破る。
ああ。
God damn it, Yoichi, where the fuck are you?
はるかはバックアップをお願い。
You should really have backed us up here. We're clearly fighting the person that you dislike.
はい。必ずや勝利を。
そうね。その子たちが起きるまで待ってあげてもいいのよ。3人で大丈夫？
いいや、まだいるぞ。
Thanks, Ginsun. Your voice is so reassuring.
あら、
向けよ、試練一戦。
That's not even lightning, Ginsun.
届かんか。
意外な子が出てきたわね。あなた一人加わったところで何も変わらないと思うんだ
一人などと言った覚えはない。
ああ、もうレディーに後ろから襲いかかるなんて随分なご挨拶じゃない。
あのさ、レンヤ、せっかく不意打ちしようとしているのに僕がいることバラしてどうすんの？アホなの？
You probably already knew anyway, Yoichi.
残念ね。あなたとは仲良くやっていけると思っていたのに。
冗談。殺そうとしてたくせに。
あら、誤解よ。仲直りしましょう。ほら、握手。
やだね。
せっかちね。せっかく来たのだからおしゃべりしましょう。
Well, even if we have these guys as help, we still might not be strong enough to kill her, to be honest. Well, we don't even want to kill her, so that makes things a lot more difficult, in fact.
黙れよ。僕はお前を殺しに来たの。
あなたの恩師も死ぬわよ。
Yoichi probably doesn't care. Only Kakeru and everyone else in our team cares about your body.
脅しのつもりかよ。僕には関係ない。
A rain of spears crashes against her invisible barrier, giving rise to a whirlwind of blinding white sparks. The spark of battle reignites in the most unexpected way. We're so completely confused when Ginsan teleports over to us.
無事か。
はい。なぜあなた方が
彼から知らせが来てな。
かける様？
来ないと思ってたよ。
最初はそのつもりだったようだ。しかし結局利用されていたのが気に食わない。
ですが、なぜかの時間に私どもが動くと。
知らせをよこしたのは彼だけではなかったということだ。
Who else? Sophie? She doesn't have a freaking phone. Senpai glances over to Noah, but she simply raises a brow in puzzlement. Was it Kujo? No. She's not the type to do that without telling anyone. Which leaves Sophie.
何にせよ、まさかあなたたちに助けられるなんてね。
Oh, she probably teleported in front of them instead of giving a message. You know, as in a line message.
助けたつもりはない。が、私が望むのは理想郷。破壊ではない。
共通の敵ができた。
そういうことだ。あとは私たちに任せたまえ。
借りを作るつもりはない。
そうか。では好きにする。
Ginsun disappears, then reappears behind Iris. Why is he not using Ghost?
撃たせてもらうぞ。間がつかみよ。
よりしろを使っているとはいえ、自信なくすわね。あなたごときが私の領域の中で意識を保っていられるなんて。
そのおごりが命取りになるのだ。
態度も声も無駄に大きいわね。あなた、名前何だったかしら？
よくぞ聞いた。今こそ明かそう我がマナを。我はビルヘルム。ビルヘルム・アーデルハイドなり。
You probably wanted to say that.
は？
我がマナはビルヘ。
黙れよレイナ、気が散る。
Yoichi and Ginsun continuously teleport to Iris's blind spots, releasing spear after spear from their artifacts. The two make sure they're never in one place for too long. They're probably being cautious of the evil eye. They pop up and disappear over and over. Noah, can you do something about this? Clearly those wind things aren't actually doing work. Without a moment's pause, they keep up their attack.
格ゲーのキャラみたいな動きするなあいつら。
硬直なしの移動技で遠距離攻撃ですか。実際にあんなキャラクターがいたら即使用禁止ですわね。
羨むのは後にして、私たちの手札と勝負するしかない。
だな、今度こそ俺たちも行くか。
We can't let Miss Narse get hurt after all. I'll get in close, grab onto her, and let the flames rip. I can't dart around all cool like they do, so I gotta fight up close and dirty. Let's do this. Fist tightly clenched, I kick off the ground and rush at Iris. See, here's the thing though. Even though right now we're in this like battle scene,
セーブ画面です。
this Kakeru has the memories of the Kakeru from the previous branch. But which Kakeru is giving us these choices about telling Yoichi has the evil eye and also to remember Sora? That's clearly a Kakeru from a further like branch, right? I'm still trying to understand the story. I'm trying to see what the game doesn't want to let us see. But it's so difficult because we just don't have enough information.
邪魔だよかける。
お前味方を撃つんじゃねえよ。
味方？何勘違いしてんのさ。
くそ、おら。
With flames burning in the palm of my hand, I wave through Yoichi's relentless storm of spears, heading straight for Iris. My fist doesn't make it to Iris, having been stopped by an invisible wall. So this is her barrier. Iris doesn't even bat an eyelash in my direction. It really pisses me off, so I try to break through the barrier with brute force, but... I dodged another volley of spears coming at me from behind and put some distance between us. Well, I jumped into the fray, fist blazing, but what now?
ひどいわね。レディを囲んで袋叩きなんて。
その軽口すぐに叩けないようにしてやる。
本当に？さっきから騒がしいだけで退屈なのよね。
Iris deliberately yawns. Not a single spear from Yoichi or Ginsun has managed to get through to Iris. Not once has one of them even managed to pierce her barrier.
いつになったら私を楽しませてくれるのかしら。
Iris smirks. Yoichi sighs at her provocation. Lazily, he points up at the sky. He swings his hand down toward Iris. A sharp sound like glass shattering rings through the air. Did he do it? Did Yoichi's spears finally break through her barrier?
力加減だいたい分かったよ。結界はあといくつ？
パニッシュメント。もう一枚。少しはその余裕も剥がれたかしら。
Probably not, because truth be told, guys, she hasn't actually been using any attacks against us, you know. In no time at all, Noah fires off another blast, slowly driving Iris into a corner. Well, at least it should have.
私には味方。
Iris begins laughing ominously. Her creepy laugh grates on my ears.
強力なアーティファクトを持っているその子はともかく、槍を飛ばすだけの凡庸なアーティファクトをよくここまで使いこなすのね。感心するわ。
褒めたって手は抜かないよ。
Is the reason why she didn't even retrieve the evil eye from Yoichi not because he was strong, but because she wants to toy with us? I don't understand, man. She's clearly strong. Yoichi sends another spear flying, which crashes through another barrier.
本当はね、この体じゃなくてあなたの体が欲しかったよ。けれどさすがの私もね、同一存在でもない人間の体が奪える。
Ignoring Iris, Yoichi continues to fling spear after spear at her disinterestedly.
でもね、諦めきれなくて。それに、カケルたちが使い物にならなかったら自分で何とかしなくちゃいけないでしょ。だから実験してみたい。気がついてて。
Iris snaps her fingers and Yoichi's expression twists.
死ぬほどではないけれど、今すぐ横になりたいくらいには気分が乗るってところです。思った以上に効果があったね。これならかけるを使わずに最初から自分でやればよかったかしら。
Alright, explanation. What the hell did you do? Because clearly we did not have enough information for us to deduce this ourselves.
ダメよ。人からもらったアーティファクトを疑いなく飲み込んじゃった。それじゃあ。
Iris faces her palm toward Yuichi. This is bad. But Ginsan and I get a bad feeling about what's about to happen and dive towards Yuichi. But which artifact is it? But it's too late.
お返しするわ。
Well, Yoichi still died, didn't he? Alright, Kakeru!
Yoichi! Yoichi!
Ginsan teleports and catches Yoichi, who crumples to the ground. I run over to his side as well.
おい、Yoichi! 大丈夫なわけがないだろう。
There's a huge gash running from his shoulder down to his chest. Ginsan desperately tries to force the wound closed, but that alone isn't enough to stop the bleeding. The flow of blood starts soaking through his clothes. Yeah, I have a feeling we're probably gonna have to come back to time, or come back in time until before we even destroy the stupid shrine thing. Or, you know, the relic, Yuichi.
いいから喋るな。絶対だ、よし。立てるか。
That's probably the only way for us to stop this whole mess in the first place. Yoichi brushes Ginsan aside for a moment and looks me in the eye.
かける。これあげるよ。
He takes something out of his pocket. 2 test tubes. Inside them is some green fluid. These are
アーティファクト。
知ってた。
the flame artifact that I got from Sophie also came in something like this. So it was something. It was Sophie who got in touch with them.
これはどうして？
Oh, he's done. So that's why he wasn't using Ghost.
破棄した。いや、待て。まだ完成していないはずじゃん。
So she was using, or he was using the normal ambrosia.
まさか。
So yeah, if like Iris didn't give us the poisonous ambrosia, Yoichi would have actually still been alive. He drank the unrefined ambrosia. The stuff that's so strong, normal humans aren't able to handle it?
大丈夫だったよ。
Yoichi smirks and presses the vials against me.
あげる。今日はそれを渡しに来た。気に入ってるのは再契約したけど、それはもういらない。
So this should be the illusory body one and also the evil eye.
それ持ってるといつまでたってもかけるに追いかけられるから。もう一つはおまけ。
おまけ。
何かあるたびに僕が裏に糸引いてるってそう思われるのは
Okay, so the illusory body has a mind of its own? I gaze at the bloodstained vials. The flame artifact isn't enough. That alone won't cut it. I need more power. Much more to take down Iris. That's right. I don't have the time to second guess myself. Without a shred of hesitation, I pop off the caps and gulp down the two artifacts. The artifacts melt into my body. Newfound power is finding residence inside me. Aha. So that's what he meant. The evil eye. And this. So that's why someone was missing. Why would it be Ghost though? Because if you remember, we had an assumption that Ghost was similar to Yoichi because that was how Yoichi portrayed the illusory body, right? Because it was similar to his own body. Shouldn't the illusory body that we make not become Ghost here? This is very weird. Answering my call, the image of her from within my mind takes physical form. Seeing her, Yoichi laughs, astonished. See, it's still the same girl. It's still the same visual appearance. And it's still even the same personality. Why is that? Shouldn't it reflect myself, my sense of being?
俺にとって減退と言ったらこいつかソフィーしかいないんだ。真似たのは多めに見てくれ。
Yeah, sure, you can copy her, but shouldn't you not be able to copy her personality and stuff?
いいよ。もうそれは書けるのだ。
Yoichi sighs weakly and slowly closes his eyes. I still feel this is not comprehensible.
Yoichi!
死んでないよ。皆さん、ガタカして。
すまないけど聞かせてもらうぞ。出血がひどい。手当てをしなくては。
来てくれてありがとな。あとは俺たちがやる。行くぞ、ヨイチ。
優しくして。めちゃくちゃ痛いから。
I'm guessing the artifact that I'm guessing Yoichi probably got the evil eye first, and then he got contacted with Iris. Yeah, it's so weird, man. Iris probably thought about all of this as a game. She could have probably just taken the evil eye before Yoichi was able to use the powers. She didn't need to be strong. She's so weird. I really don't understand characters like her. She's not using her brain. She's using her malicious, feelings. Hoisting Yoichi up, Ginsan retreats from the fight. I glance at Iris, who had been observing our exchange, and return to Kosaka-senpai and the others. Iris isn't attacking. She's just sneering at us. There's something that's been bothering me this whole time. I'm fairly sure my hunch is right, but I'm going to have to test it out myself.
かなり深そうだったんで、なんと大丈夫だと思いたいですが。
少なくとも即死はしないと前向きに捉えるべきかもしれないわね。
Now, whatever you're thinking is probably right, Kakeru. She was clearly just playing around with us. She could have done everything herself, from the very beginning, I'd say. As we're talking, Noah keeps glancing at Ghost.
俺のことは気にすんな。ただの助っ人だ。
アーティファクトを譲り受けた。今は俺の限界だ。
そう。ならいい。
どうされますか？ノアさんの力で結界を破ることはできますが、決定打はこちらには。
全部破ればいいだけ。もっともこうしている間にも再生してしまっているかもしれないけれど、
それではキリがありません。九条さんとソラさんもまだ目が覚めませんし、一度体勢を立て直すべきでは。
立て直したところで事態が好転するとも思えない。
それはそうですが。かける様？
やっぱり変だな。 試したいことがある。先輩、空と九条のこと頼みます。
はい。
結城も休んでいてくれ。
まだ戦える。
結城の力連発できないんだろう。かなり消耗が激しそうだ。俺たちの中で一撃が一番強力なのは結城だ。しっかり力を貯めておいてくれ。チャンスは俺が必ず作る。
分かった。任せる。
ゴースト、いけるな。
無駄なこと聞くなよ。俺はあんたについていくだけだ。
よし。
相談はそろそろ終わったかしら。
Septua Bellum. What a music. What a BGM. Iris yawns, clearly looking bored while she leans against the garden lantern.
余裕だなあいつ。気に食わね
行くぞ、ゴースト。
え。あいよ、大将。
We both break into a sprint. There's about 10 yards between us and her. How many meters is 10 yards? 20 meters? 5, 4, 3.
よー、
行くぜ。
I clench my right fist. Ghost leaps into the air. My flaming fist and her kick smash into the barrier at the same time without a second's delay, turning my flames up to full power.
ちょろいぜ。
このまま全部ぶち抜くぞ。
その前に私からのお祝い受け取ってちょうだい。
Iris gently lifts her arm up and points her finger right at me. I knew she'd do it at a time like this. I gotta dodge. Is it the, like, artifact thing? The test tube thing? What? My field of vision slowly tilts sideways. It remains slanted as I fall to the ground. Did we get sliced vertically? Who killed us though? I hear Senpai's voice. In the corner of my eye, I can see myself. Except I'm headless, yeah? We got sliced vertically. No way, I can't believe I just died. Who killed us, damn it? Well, that's another defeat. Oh, okay, so we actually got retried over here.
このまま全部ぶち抜くぞ。
その前に私からのお祝い
What even happened,
受け取
yeah?
ってちょうだい。
Yeah, this power is clearly way more overpowered than the ReZero thing. It feels like we can just go back from any point in time, which is a bit too convenient. I don't like this. I kind of prefer to have a specific time where we can save and load. This is way too convenient, his powers. Like, look at this bullshit. He can just install this like 5 minutes before he died. I change my stance right in the middle of my attack, and Ghost knocks me out of the way. Moments later, Ghost's arm is sliced off and goes flying into the air.
あら、外した。
So it is still her. It's the first time that Iris actually looks puzzled. She must have seen my death. She saw my head get cut clean off in another branch.
いけるな、ゴースト。
当然だろ。
Ghost's arm regenerates. I quickly get my bearings back and unleash my second attack. See, now this doesn't make sense anymore though, right? The reason why Ghost died in the second game was that she overused her powers. But if she's an illusory body and if she can just regenerate her arm like that, how the hell did she get petrified? She shouldn't even have a physical sense. See, there's a lot of these plot holes that, while this story is interesting and it makes for a good read, I think they made a lot too many plot holes that, as a person who like criticize stories like this, it doesn't sit right with me. Time for barrier number 2.
じゃあこれはどう？
There's a sharp pain in my chest, but this isn't... Well, another death. My knees ignore my commands and crumple to the ground. Blood spurts out of my chest. More jets out with each beat of my heart. Ah, crap, my heart. Fuck! And unlike ReZero, he doesn't even, like... He doesn't feel the pain of just how harsh it is to actually die. There's not a lot of anguish whenever he dies. That's what I dislike about Kakeru's abilities. It doesn't seem like he's actually, you know, feeling as much pain whenever he's dying. Time for barrier number 2. Like, the reason why I really like ReZero is because Subaru, even though he knows that he can just come back from death, even though he resolved himself to use his powers to save people, even with that amount of resolve, he still doesn't want to die. It's anguish. It's very... Like, it hurts a lot whenever you die, but Kakeru, it feels like he doesn't feel it. It's not driving him insane. This is what I just keep comparing it to ReZero a bit too much, guys, but there's a direct comparison to his abilities. I just cannot not compare it.
じゃあこれはどう？
It's like there's no drawbacks whenever he does this. That's what I dislike. I forcibly twist my body out of the way. The compressed energy that Iris fires off just grazes my chest, then blows a hole in the ground.
また外した。
くそ、服が破れた。
くだんねえこと気にしてんなよ。明日ママに買ってもらいな。
やけに派手なの買いやがるから勘弁だ。なあ。
With our third attack, the barrier suddenly shatters.
気に入らないわね。
Iris slides her fingers slowly to the side. There's no pain, but I'm suffocating. Blood spews out from my throat. I'm drowning in my own blood. So this is how she's gonna attack now. Yeah, see? When you die, you don't think of something like this. You think about the pain that you're experiencing. This is the worst one so far. Like, yeah, sure, he sounds like he's like experiencing pain, but his mind should also be in shock every time he dies. You're not gonna be able to just instantly recover when you die like this. That's what makes ReZero to me very enjoyable, because Subaru is an actual person that I feel like is relatable. This is just some Deus Ex Machina bullshit. With our third attack, the barrier, like, I'm not gonna lie, this is hype, but it's just, when you're someone like me, guys, there's just, like, my brain can't just accept things as is, you know? Suddenly shatters.
気に入らないわね。
I immediately thrust my left hand up towards my throat to guard it. It's cut deeply and there's a sharp pain. But hey, I'm not dead.
あなた、長いを見ている。いえ違う。一度死んで戻ってきている。
何度でも殺してみろ。何度でも結果を変えてやる。
まさか。
Iris's expression twists. It's the first time the god actually looks shaken.
オーバーロード。やっと焦ったな、イリス。
ざまあねえぜ。
ああ。
This is our fourth attack. However, the only thing we managed to catch is Iris's afterimage. In an instant, Iris had teleported far beyond the space where my fist had just been.
どいつもこいつも格ゲーみたいな技使いやがって。
You're also using the same bullshit, Kakeru.
だが引かせたぜ神様をよ。
True, she was taking it before, because she was assured that she can kill you anytime. The faint smile on Iris's face vanishes. She glares right at me with piercing eyes. However, I feel no fear. You can't do that unless you're actually so cold-blooded that whenever you die, you don't feel anything. Of course you're still gonna feel fear. He died like, what, 5 times, 6 times? Subaru died like multiple dozens of times and he's still scared of dying. Kakeru is just superhuman, man. That's what I don't like about this whole situation.
本気を出さないとまずいかし
本気だってよ大将。
まるで今まで手を抜いていたみたいな言い方だな。
ら。あら、急に強気になったわ。
だってお前何もできないだろ。
Iris's eyebrow twitches. I knew it.
気になってたんだよな。なんでお前は攻撃してこないんだ。余一が倒れて動揺している時も、無防備に相談している時も、そして今も。どうしてお前は何もしてこない。余裕ぶっこきやがってって思ってたんだが、違うな。違う。そうじゃない。何もしなかったんじゃない。何もできなかった。
So she attacks whenever her barrier breaks?
だろ。
Iris remains silent. She can't deny it. Iris's attacks always happen after her barrier was broken. She absorbs the power from when the barrier is broken and reflects it back. That's probably the power she's using. And the further away we are from her, the weaker her ability gets. That's why she was able to kill me at point-blank range, but couldn't kill Yoichi at a distance. As long as we don't use her powers, and as long as we don't get close to her, then Iris can't kill us. That's the extent of the power she has right now.
考えてみれば、余裕で俺たちを殺せるなら、どうして結界なんて張るんだ。
ま、ビビってる証拠だわな。
ああ、身を守らなければいけなかった。そうする必要がイーリスにはあったんだ。そもそも本調子なら最初のあれで全員即死だったかもな。あの時点で気づくべきだったのかもしれない。最初からお前は本気だった。本気で殺そうとしていた。だが殺せない。絶対に俺は殺されない。さあ、結界はあと何枚だ。何度死んでも俺は戻ってくるぞ。この炎がお前を焼くまで。何度でも何度でも俺は戻ってくるぞ。イーリス。
鬱陶しいわね。
The stigma in Iris's eyes emit a strange glow. In that moment, the opposing evil eye within me reacts and rejects her power.
魔眼の力は打ち消し合うみたいだな。
みてえだな。しかし焦って曲がんたダセえな。
魔眼でも俺は殺せない。手詰まりだな、イーリス。
調子に乗るんじゃないわよ。ガキが。
Iris seethes with rage, or sorry, anger. Her stigma changes color to a deep, dark red. We've finally done it. We've gotten rid of Iris's obnoxious, arrogant attitude. But her bloodlust is overwhelming.
マジで本気は出してなかったみたいだな。
散々生きっといて情けねえ声出すなよ。ダッセーな。
うるせえな、仕方ないだろ。死ぬほど痛いんだぞ、殺されるの。
Yeah, he's taking it way too much in stride.
だろうな。ま、いけるだろう。俺らなら。
I just can't get over this. If this was something that he was able to, like, get over with a character arc, I would have understand, but Kakeru wasn't able to get over this like at all. He was suddenly able to just do it, right? That just makes him superhuman. He's not human. He's a character in a video game. And that makes it not relatable at all now. And I feel kinda sad.
だな畳みかけ
A sudden sense of pain on my cheek silences me. I wipe my hand against it and it's coated in blood. I got cut?
手を出さないうちは安全なんて思っていたのだ。ちょっと油断しすぎよね。
かすり傷程度でどうやるなよ。ダセー神様だな。
じわじわ殺してあげるとそう言っているの。
行くぞゴースト。
ああ、
捕まえてごらんなさい。できるならね。
Iris is draped in a crimson aura, a haze enveloping her. We charge straight for her. Time for round 2. About damn time you give us back Miss Naruse.
かける様、拮抗しているようには見えるけれど、はい、勝てない。このままでは。
かける様、何度も死んでいると。
死に戻り、それが彼の能力なのね。ある意味不死身と言えるかもしれないけれど、消耗戦になれば明らかに不利。あの結界、やはり再生していると考えた方がいい。
There is a way for you to not kill him though, right? If he doesn't die, his powers won't return. You can probably just keep him in a barely alive state, and he will never activate his powers.
ですわね。会話の邪魔をしないのも時間稼ぎのように思います。再生のための。
手数が圧倒的に足りない。おまけにあの高速移動の力。残像を残しながら地面を滑るように。体力の消耗は少ないでしょうね。
かける様は追いかけるためにあんなにも。
そう、走らされている。男性と女性の体力差を考慮してもどちらが優位かは明白ね。
Are we talking about actual physical stamina? Or is it our soul stamina? That was never really, you know, like 100% like talked about too, about what sort of stamina are we actually exhausting? Physical capabilities? Physical stamina? Or is it our soul?
不甲斐ないですわ。勝利のイメージが全く実を結ばない。それが私の唯一の役目ですのに、何の役にも立てないなんて。ノアさん、一体どうすれば。何とかしてかける様をお助けしないと。
そうやってあなたはすぐ人に頼るのね。
She does, including with this other personality of hers.
すべてを思うがままにするだけの力があなたにはあるのに。
しかしイーリスさんが相手では。
Doesn't matter.
あなたこそまだ本気を出していない。
そんなことは。
人格を変えるために自分に力を使う余力があるのに。
それは。
臆病なあなたが不安や恐怖に立ち向かうためにはそのあなたが必要なんでしょう。だから否定はしない。
You? Typo there?
けれど生物の力に頼らなくても自分は変えられる。あなたは一番安易な方法に逃げて自分の可能性を潰している。私に言ったわね。自分の力が悪い結末を招くかもしれない。足を引っ張ってしまうかもしれない。それが怖いと。こうも言ったわね。 独り言だったかもしれないけれど、しっかりと聞こえていた。このままだと九条さんには勝てないだろうなと。こんな時に恋の心配なんてと驚いたけれど、原動力は人それぞれ。恋心があなたの戦う理由ならそれでいいけれど、
おい、平気か。かすり傷だ、問題ない。
傷だらけね。
Yeah, I'm guessing Iris actually found out the loophole in Kakeru's ability. As long as she doesn't outright kill him with a single blow, he can't actually go back in time, yeah. As long as she just exhausts him.
何度死んでも傷ついても決してくじけず立ち向かう彼の姿を見て何も感じないのなら、あなたは彼にふさわしくない。九条さんに彼を取られても、あなたはそうやって押し黙って逃げ道と言い訳を探すのでしょうね。
I can't believe they're actually talking about love, yeah, at this point, man. I do think the love in this game is a bit too tacked on. Kakeru is a pervert, I suppose, but I don't know. This story might have been a lot more nicer without any sort of romance at all. But I guess we'll see, Noah. We still haven't seen your story just yet. Sora's story was not bad though. I kinda enjoyed that one. But this one is a bit too melodramatic, I guess.
くそ、早すぎる。
おい大将、大丈夫なのかよ。血だらけだぞ。
大丈夫、全部かすり傷だ。
たくちょこまかちょこまか逃げてチクチクと。耳っちいぞ。神様がやることかっつーの。
私だって面倒なことせず楽に終わらせたいわよ。でもあなたたち殺しても死なないじゃない。誰かさんが反則みたいなアーティファクトを持っているせいで、こっちとしてもこういう手段を取らざるを得ないの。不本意だわ、本当に。
Can't really deny that, Iris. He is pretty unfair. I mean, you're also unfair, to be honest, though.
おい、誰かさ、今苦労してんのお前の能力のせいだぞ。
その苦労も無駄じゃない。たとえ失敗してもそいつを糧にして乗り越えてやる。
Yeah, see, he talks like some sort of superhero that never actually feels pain. You know how difficult it was for Subaru to actually kill himself in one of the arcs in ReZero? Like, holy shit. Sorry guys, like I said, I can't not compare this because Kakeru's like just taking this in stride. Like, he's dying and he's just like, yeah, that he's just like, he doesn't flinch whenever he dies, bro.
そうなのよ。あなたをいたぶったところで結局徒労に終わると思っちゃうとやる気がなくなっちゃうの。ああ、そうね。私ったらうっかりしていたわ。
Iris, who'd been running away from us this whole time, suddenly comes to a halt. Yeah, she's probably thinking she can just kill everyone else aside from us, right?
あなたが殺せない。つまりこの枝で魔眼は手に入らないということよね。
Oh, is she gonna jump branches now?
ああ、絶対に私はしない。
ああ、そう。じゃあ亡くなったわ。この体を大事にする理由。
A chill races down my spine. I've got a bad feeling about this.
本気見たがっていたわよね。
The stigma on her forehead grows in size. Then it begins to envelop Miss Naruse's entire body.
私じゃなくて あなたたちのやる気をそげばいいのよ。簡単な話だ。
Iris's voice is cold as ice, causing a chill to run through the air. I feel a wicked, savage power building up inside her.
いくら運命を書き換えても無駄だと思えるほどの絶望を与えてあげるわ。
おいおい、ふざけんなよ。
No idea what the hell is going on myself there, Ghost. My body feels heavy. I'm breaking out in cold sweat all over. If I'm not careful, I might just pass out entirely. Did Iris strengthen the effects of her power?
おい大将、どうすんな。どんどん事態が悪化してんぞ。これはまずいかもな。
I really shouldn't be saying discouraging things, but I really am afraid. My instincts are screaming in fear, especially when I'm faced by the monster in front of us.
もう勝ちはないけれど負けるのも嫌いなの。魔眼を手に入れ損なった憂さ晴らし、しっかりとさせてもらうわ。
A scarlet whirlwind suddenly sprung up, causing Ghost to disappear. The backlash from losing my illusory body is a hard blow to my consciousness.
あら、ごめんなさい。やっぱりこの体じゃうまく制御できないわね。その子じゃなくてあなたを狙ったのだけど、また狙いがそれてあの子たちに当たっちゃって許して。
Iris looks over to the others. Let me make it in time. Come on!
かける様。
みんな無事か。
はい。ありがとう。
I form a wall of fire and somehow manage to keep everyone safe, but I couldn't block her attack completely. My body feels like it's gonna fall apart.
逃げられるか。
2人、いえ、3人を運んではとても不甲斐ない。この程度で動けなくなるなんて。
分かった。そこから動くな。俺がなんとかする。
なんとかって。
やってみせて。身を挺して女の子をかばうの素敵。
I really need to see what the hell is actually even happening to Kakiro right now. Is it like her force of being just oppressing us? What's happening to us?
ただいいの？私はかばわなくても。分かっていると思うけど、この体長くは持たないわよ。よければ後ろの子たちが死ぬ。耐え続けてもさつきが死ぬ。さあ、死の運命を今回はどうやって変えてくれるのかしら。
Man, her personality is so fucked up.
あら、もしかして次かしら。
かける様。
くそ。
もういいです。かける様だけでも逃げてください。
逃げる。
かける様。
冗談じゃない。
でも。
He said you gotta be joking. He said.
しましたよね。守るって。
I sure nailed that line, but what the hell am I gonna do? My vision grows blurry. I slowly lose all feeling in my body. I can only last a few more volleys. I can't do this, Kakeru. Think! I'm just not in the same... I'm not in sync with Kakeru, man. Unless I figure out a way to break out of this, it'll be pointless to wind back time.
Haruka. はい。いつまで私でいるつもり。そのあなたじゃなければ正気を保てないとしても、そのままじゃイーリスには勝てない。言ったでしょ、あなたが鍵だと。あなたの力が勝利を引き寄せる。あなたにとってもこのままじゃ九条さんに勝つも負けるもない。彼はこのまま死ぬわよ。死ぬ。かける様、ミミさん。もう一度言う。彼のあの姿を見ても、あの言葉を聞いても立ち上がれないのなら、あなたは彼にふさわしくない。動けるのはあなただけ。逃げるか立ち向かうか、このまま彼の後ろで守られ続けるか、それとも彼の隣に立つか、決めなさい、はるか。かけるさ。私はずっと私を救ってくれる王子様を待っていた。弱い私を守ってくれる私の王子様、悪魔のナイト。かける様は、ミミさんは私を救ってくれた。手を差し伸べてくれた。それなのに私は甘えてって頼ってって口だけで、いつも私は仲間にしてくれたのに、私は私はお姫様になりたかったけど、誰かに助けてもらうのをいつもずっと待っていたけれど、傷つくあなたは見たくない。私もあなたを助けたい。だから答えて、私の絵で。
I still have no idea what she's gonna do though. I'm bathed in a bright, warm light. All my pain vanishes. Wow, it's literally just healing me. What just happened?
才能豊かな子ばっかり。ムカつくわ。
Iris glares at me, or rather at my back. Ah, so that's it. The one giving me strength is...
ミミさん、ごめんなさい。ずっとうじうじと。もう死なせません。傷つけさせません。好きに動いてください。あなたのしたいこと全部私は叶えます。
了解。
I dash back into the fight, placing my full trust in Senpai. Before Miss Narcis's body crosses the threshold, I have to sever the link between them. A gale howls. But how are you supposed to do that, Kakeru? But I don't panic in the slightest. We don't have the ambrosia. I brandish my arms. The flames consume everything, turning it all into dust.
マジかよ。
Damn, we got super buffed. I can't help but laugh. Iris is probably just as surprised as I am. Everything's happening just as I willed it. I'd been prepared for death earlier, but now, it's not a problem anymore. I can win.
来いゴースト呼び出すのが遅えんだよ
I summon Ghost and sprint forward. We dash straight towards Iris.
おーあ
The barrier repels each one of our attacks. Even though we've been given a boost by Senpai's power, we still can't break through.
どうするの？あなたの大事な先生死んじゃうわよ。
させるかよまたぶち破ってやるぜ
私たちの勝利条件はイーリスを先生の体から追い出すこと。世界の目の破壊。本気を出したイーリスの結界は破れない。それならノアちゃん動けますか？
ええ問題ない。やっぱりあなたが鍵だったわね。
ごめんなさい。やっと勇気が出せました。悪いことを起こせるならいいことも起こせる。今から起こします。
指示してあなたに従う。
イーリスの動き止められますか？
できる。結界さえなければ。
わかりました。九条さん、ソラさん、起きてください。
うわ、また気絶してた。
Man, what a powerful ability. I guess the reason why that ability was on someone who was very timid was so that they can get this character arc. Because if someone other than like Haruka got this ability, like say I got this ability, I would have probably done crazy shit with this ability, no joke, right from the get-go.
ごめんなさい。状況は今は説明している時間がないので指示通りに動いてください。はい。イーリスは周囲に結界を張って身を守っています。どんな力も通しません。だからソラさん、はい。ソラさんの力でイーリスの結界を消してください。
How would she even know how to do that?
決してできる？私の力で？
できます。今なら。
マジか。わかりました。
Yeah, she's literally just rewriting the whole story right now. If the author was like writing the story that, you know, Satsuki's body is gonna die, she has the power to overwrite what the hell the author's writing right now.
結界が消えたら、ノアちゃん、イーリスは距離を取ろうとするはずです。
任せて。
お願いします。九条さん、イーリスは世界の目を体内に取り込みました。ノアちゃんが動きを止めたら九条さんの力で奪い取ってください。
ですが私の力でアーティファクトを奪ってしまったら。
Don't worry, she's gonna wield it so that she doesn't go berserk, I assume.
大丈夫です。暴走はさせません。
はい、わかりました。やってみます。
Yeah, really just breaking the whole bounds of the limitations of the world itself right now. This artifact of hers.
新見さんに合わせます。合図を待ってください。
おー
今消えろ。
My fist slips right through the barrier. They managed to nullify it.
器用なことを。
ノアちゃん、
パニッシュメント。
Iris tries to escape using an afterimage, but is bound in place by countless chains. She can't move a muscle now.
九条さん。
体内のアーティファクト。世界の目。掴みました。けど引っ張られる。
大丈夫です。そ そのまま引きずり出してください。お願い来て。
いまいましいわね。
来たぜ。
Iris's world's eye gets extracted from Miss Naruse's body. It's right in front of me.
新見さん、
ああ、
これで
終わりだ。
こんな子供にこの私がね。
じゃあな、イリス。
別の枝でまた会いましょう。
We clearly will, but not sure what the hell the next Kakeru is gonna do in the other branches. Her stigma dissipates. I am very curious about what the hell the next game is gonna be, because this seems very, like, endgame-ish. The malevolent aura that had engulfed her entire body clears in a flash. I catch Miss Naruse's body as it collapses, and gently lay her on the ground. Finally, the Iris of this world is no more. We frickin' won.
やったな大将。
Yeah, with a lot of, you know, Deus Ex Machina stuff, Ghost. I don't know what to say about that. I'm not gonna deny that it's hype, guys, but sometimes you gotta understand that you can't get yourself washed over by the event scenes themselves. Like, I'm the type of person that would still criticize something if things started making no sense, right? That's just the type of person I am. So while this is pretty hype, there's a lot of loose loopholes or plot holes that we just can't seem to, you know, fill in the gaps.
ああ、誰一人犠牲なんかいいって。
新見さん、どうした新見くん、傷だらけ。
はるかが力を解除して痛みが戻ってきたのね。
ごめんなさい、私。
Everyone had rushed over to me to celebrate, but it quickly descended into chaos after I screamed bloody murder from the pain. Oh god, everything hurts like hell. But now isn't the time for crying.
世界の目を余一からもらった容器に。
容器に
Yeah, we're supposed to spread out the world's eye or something.
二つに分けてだろ。
分けて。なんでこの人当たり前のようにいるの？
気にすんな。アーティファクトの処理は任せとけ。
あ、はい。
あと、先生。
あとって優先順位おかしいでしょ。
A part of me actually thought that Satsuki might have some sort of dark desires like Iris there too, because she's her doppelganger, but maybe not. A low, infuriated voice causes everyone to jump in surprise. Miss Naruse looks closer to death than I am. We all look at her expression and reel back.
先生、大丈夫ですか？
大丈夫はない。めっちゃ気持ち悪い。何これ、死にそう。
イリスが先生の体を。
Probably knows.
意識はあったから、それは大丈夫。分かってる。クソ神様がよ。せっかく祀ってやってたのに、私の体を好き勝手に。
わ、やべえ、ガチオートだ。もらいゲロしそう。
早く運んであげた方が良さそう。
お願い。ベッ
と横になりたい。
世界の目回収終わったぜ。
それは私が預かるわ。
ソフィ
ご苦労様。よく頑張ったわね。
陽一は
平気よ。気休め程度ではあるけれど治療しておいた。命。
Oh, sorry about that.
全然戻ってこねえから逃げたのかと思ってたぜ。
失礼ね。やれることをやっていただけよ。かける、もう少しだけ我慢しなさい。あなたも私のアーティファクトで直してあげる。
助かる。
なんかよくわかんないぬいぐるみの人、私も直してください。あなたは消耗しているだけだから、しっかり眠れば治るわよ。じゃあ寝たい。今すぐ寝たい。やば、またけど。さつきちゃん、私にかけないでね。先生、捕まってください。ありがとう。なんでこんな目に。ノアちゃんも大丈夫？
私はいえ、強がっていられないわね。G オーダーを使いすぎたみたい。
少し休んだ方が。
そうする。はるかは？
私は大丈夫。なんだかすごく調子が良くて。
そうだったら私じゃなくて彼を解放してあげたら。
Truth be told, isn't it impossible for Haruka's powers to actually go haywire? Because she can just will the power to be controlled again?
新見さん、大丈夫ですか？
いや大丈夫じゃないっすね。シャレにならないくらい痛いっすね。ただ
I can't even sit up, so I just let myself fall back down on the ground. Ah, it's over.
気分はいいっすね。
お疲れ様でした。
先輩もお疲れ様でした。
Senpai sits by my side and joins me in gazing up at the sky. We're in the middle of the city, so the stars aren't all that visible. But tonight, the night sky looks especially beautiful. Alright, I believe this is actually where I'm gonna cut the episode. So, I'm not gonna lie, guys. Like, I am pretty harsh about judging Kakeru there, because I'm a big fan of ReZero. A lot of people seems to be like, whether, you know, when I talk about how a lot of people seems to be in, you know, like in extreme branches, or are always in extreme whether or not they like Subaru in ReZero. When they like him, they really like him, and when they dislike him, they really dislike him. I'm personally in the camp where I really like him, because a lot of the stuff that he's experiencing is something that a real human is able to experience, and to be able to tell that in a story is really amazing to me. Kakeru, while what he's doing is amazing too, it's not very realistic. You're not gonna suddenly just become a superhuman just because you have the power to turn back time after you die, right? You'd need to experience that dying like hundreds of times to even not even be afraid of that power itself. So, like, while I said I am a bit harsh on Kakeru, it's just because he has a comparison that to me is a much better character. So, yeah. Like, Kakeru is his own person, right? But he just suddenly became a superhuman, and that's why, to me, that was just not relatable anymore. And I can't put myself in his shoes no more. But overall, I guess a lot of the scenes do make sense if you get swept up by it, but I did raise a lot of the plot holes that I think was, you know, like brought up, right, while the events were happening. Sometimes I could understand wanting to just be swept up by the whole action sequence and be amazed by the whole thing. And don't get me wrong, it's still an amazing read. It was still a nice read. It's just there's a lot of things to me that just don't make sense. But like I said, still an enjoyable read if you don't think too deeply about it like I do.
セーブしました。
But enough about that, I suppose. I'm not really gonna be a downer and keep comparing this to something that's clearly it's not, right? This is why I said it's trying to be its own thing. It's not trying to copy ReZero. Maybe if it was trying to show the anguish that Cocker was feeling every time he dies, like it's gonna be compared to ReZero, it's gonna be like a ReZero knockoff. It's a Steins Gate knockoff. But this is trying to be its own thing. But to me, they just did not do it as well as they could have. You know, that's just my criticism on it. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Give this video a like if you guys like it. Sub if you guys haven't. Patreon will be getting these episodes early access along with everything uncensored. No uncensoring though, so I assume we're probably gonna get an H scene on the next episode. I really doubt there's gonna be any more conflict in this branch, so we're probably just gonna be having some lovey-dovey, like sexy time with Haruka till the end of the chapter. And the next branch is gonna be quite interesting because I don't know what they're gonna like show for the next conflict. I assume Iris is still gonna play a major role in the next game, but yeah. At least for now, we have some brief respite. You know, we can relax till the end of the chapter, I hope. And with that said, hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Sorry, for people on YouTube that aren't on Patreon just yet, feel free to become a free member because that's gonna be where I put first episode previews of future playthroughs. Alright, I'll see you guys on Patreon tomorrow. People on YouTube, I'll see you guys in 2 to 3 days.